YouTube. It is all over the manosphere about the delusions of modern women. What's not all over the manosphere is how men heavily contribute to this delusion. I'll talk to you in details about it on the other side.
Brian Greene, Optimal Happiness Guy, is a Renaissance man, a part of the Talented 10, published author of Amazon's #1 new release, Optimal Happiness, Love Ain't Never Been Enough, certified holistic coach at Becoming Handsome Growth, LLC, entrepreneur of Body Goals and Skill.
Welcome, YouTube. Welcome. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Optimal Happiness Guy. There are plenty of men in the manosphere that you could be tuned into, checking out. You happen to choose me this time, and I appreciate you for it. So, before we begin, a friend of mine, his TikTok name is Kobecroc, like Kobe Bryant, Kobe, C-R-O-C. He is the first person I heard do this. I don't know if he originated it, but he declared August Man Month. And I'm co-signing it. All right. I agree with him. August is going to be Man Month. Check out Kobecroc TikTok. In honor of August being Man Month, today's topic is going to be geared towards, you guessed it, men. And the topic, men's contribution to the delusional state of modern women and how we can help. That is today's topic. All right, so let's just jump right into it. How men contribute to this delusional state. The first thing is the over-the-top compliments. Hey, beautiful. Hey, gorgeous. Oh, she bad. You a baddie. Telling average, below average women, slightly above average women that they are gorgeous and beautiful is how men contribute. All right. You got to think about how this affects a person. If this woman hears she's gorgeous, she's beautiful, hundreds to thousands of times, she starts to believe it. All right. We'll go into details a little bit later and how that could be a bad thing. The second way men contribute to the delusion of modern women is lying to them to have sex. Hey, it's just going to be me and you. I'm not having sex with nobody else. I love you for some. There's many ways that men can lie, but this is a huge problem that affects women as they matriculate throughout life. The third way, scooping up the low-hanging fruit. I call them low-hanging vegetables because they're not even a fruit anymore in many cases. They're not sweet. They're not succulent. They're not even really desired. But men do speak to these women and interact with these women to fulfill their purpose. And that is to have sex or companionship or whatever the case may be. Some agenda that they have that they're looking to advance. So they don't holler at the low-hanging fruit. They holler at the low-hanging vegetables. These are veggies at some point. All right. The effects of such. Let's take it point by point. The over-the-top compliments. Receiving over-the-top compliments. Well, first of all, let me say this. I'm all for compliments. Complimenting somebody that is deserved, that is earned. She's stepping out and she got it together, looking good. Hair looks nice. Nails look nice. She's dressed nice. Body's looking nice. Face looks nice. I'm all for giving a compliment. All right. So don't get it twisted. I believe in compliments, but I don't believe it should just come freely and just go to anybody that comes out looking any kind of way. All right. So if a woman is average looking to decent looking is told she's gorgeous, she's beautiful, this distorts her awareness and her self-awareness. All right. She's starting to think she's more attractive than what she actually is. Why is this a problem? Well, it's a problem because when you think you're more attractive than what you actually are, you start to associate yourself with being that. And a part of that association usually reflects itself by you wanting a mate that is as attractive or more attractive. And if that's not your actual attraction level, it causes you problems because you're wanting something that you most likely can't get or don't qualify for and don't garner. So it becomes a problematic for them later in life at some point. All right. Lying to have sex. This makes her think she's more desired than she actually is. These problems are very similar and interchangeable in many cases. Thinking you're more attractive than you actually are leads itself to wanting a mate that you don't qualify, that you don't garner, but it also lends itself to how you interact and treat people. All right, it just causes you problems. I talk about it in my other video. I talk about it in my book. Being properly calibrated is extremely important in dating and finding a mate, finding love, getting married. You got to get calibrated. This does not help her get calibrated, guys. Third point I made, scooping up the low-hanging fruit, low-hanging vegetables. All right. This makes her think she has more valuable options than she actually does. I talked about it in my other video. Women don't make concessions enough to get married. Men make concessions. And unfortunately, in dating and trying to have sex and advance your agenda, men make concessions. They start out with the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They make these concessions when they go out on that Friday night or Saturday night and they say, I'm getting something new tonight. They make concessions all the way down until they get something new, until they find that woman that will be happy to have them, happy to go home with them, happy to sleep with them. So men make concessions to make this happen. When a woman continuously sleeps with a man that she doesn't garner or qualify for, it makes her think she has a lot of valuable options that she just doesn't have. This is extremely problematic for them, fellas, and we have to stop it. So how do we get back on track? What do? Things that we need to stop. First, you got to stop with these excessive compliments that you don't mean. If you really view her that way, beautiful. Show her some love. Give her that compliment. But if you don't really think she's gorgeous or beautiful, don't tell her that. You're hurting her. All right? Next thing you got to stop doing is showing her attention. Your time is important and valuable. If you're not interested in actually getting to know her, maybe even taking her out, spending some time with her out in public, you got to stop showing her attention to advance your agenda. You got to stop having sex with her as well. Same thing. If you're not interested in her past a certain level, getting to know her, maybe even being with her, you got to stop just having sex with her just to scratch your itch. No dates, no access to your resources. You have to stop this, guys. I've been a problem. I've been a part of this problem in the past, and I'll talk to my boys about how we got to stop being a part of that problem. All right. So I want to share this message with hopefully the masses and more people, and help men understand how we are being contributed to the problem of the current state of women being delusional. And women, you can take some things away from this as well. This is how it affects you. So it makes sense for both of us to lean into this, men and women. Men stop contributing to it. Women stop being a part of or a victim because of it. All right. Few points I want to talk about. Hopefully it makes sense. Like, subscribe, share with your friend, comment. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike it, give it a thumbs down. I'm all for it. Post some comments. Let's have some conversations and discussion. All right. Optimal Happiness Guy. I'm out.
Brian Green, Optimal Happiness Guy, is a Renaissance man, a part of the Talented 10, published author of Amazon's #1 new release, Optimal Happiness, Love Ain't Never Been Enough, certified imitation at Becoming Handsome Growth, LLC, entrepreneur of Bodyguard,